guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Letitia, and yes, this is still That's So Letitia. I have been gone for quite a while. I want to say my last upload was about 100 and close to 50 days ago. So yeah, it's been a while. So we're gonna talk. But first, to all my new viewers out there, hello and welcome. And to the few of you guys who stuck around, I definitely do appreciate you, and welcome back to all of us, actually. So let's get started. So as usual, I already prepped my face with my skincare. I will definitely say that throughout this very long hiatus, I did not skim on my skincare. I do have some skincare videos that I am in the process of putting together with updated products and updated suggestions and things like that. So definitely be on the lookout for those. And so now that I prep my face using my skincare, I'm going to place a primer, and the primer of the hour is by Fenty Beauty. This is their True Matte Pro Filter Primer. And while I'm applying it, how are we feeling about Fenty Beauty being at Ulta Beauty? Are you guys seeing a benefit to it? I know I picked up a few products when they first launched, and I'm actually getting points for buying these products. And don't get me wrong, you know, Fenty at Sephora has its perks as well, but me personally, I'm really digging the addition to Ulta, because now when I shop and I buy my products, I get points. Those points, even though you can't use the coupons because it's considered a prestige brand, those points add up, and those points equal dollars off. And you can definitely use those dollars off as a discount when you want to purchase future Fenty products. So I love that for me, because now I have absolutely no excuse. I can just keep buying and buying and buying and buying and buying. Okay, so now that the primer is on, I'm going to use, and this is by Nars, this is their newest foundation, and this one is their Light Reflecting Foundation, and it is in the shade Macao. I actually picked this one up from, I believe I got this one from Sephora, like when it absolutely first came out, and I've just been sitting on it so I can review it and demo it for you guys. Okay, so let me just turn my little mirror around here. And now we are going to get into my absence. I know a lot of people who do follow me, and I definitely do appreciate you all. I know you were probably saying, like, where is she? Did the Rona get her? Like, why did she fall off the face of the earth? And that is indeed a great question. So, like I said, my last video was in November. It was actually like a holiday glam look, and the holidays this year just really took the absolute breath out of me. It really did. I actually hosted my dad. My dad came out to visit for the first time since we've moved, so that was super exciting, but it was very exhausting. And the reason for that, if you guys follow me and like watch some of my older videos, I actually discussed how I did a DNA test and found out that I had a half sister. And when my dad came out, coincidentally, the city that I moved to, my half sister lives here as well. So her and her family, they hosted us. We had an amazing holiday, you know, gathering to where my dad got to meet his daughter. And yeah, but it was one of those things where I didn't give myself proper time to actually dissect that whole, you know, situation. And after that, and even my sister attests to this as well, we just kind of found ourselves in a dump. It's one of those things where if you are an introvert and you overextend yourself, that alone causes a tremendous amount of stress. But add that with getting to know somebody, you know, like that you had absolutely no clue exist, and just the stress, you know, that goes along with that. And then the holidays, I was done. I was done and I needed to retreat. So that's exactly what I did. I did not think that it was going to take this long, you know, for me to get back in front of my camera. But after a while, it's like out of sight, out of mind. So as the weeks went by, it started turning into months and months and months. And then I got busy. I ended up going into a new field of work. I'm currently working from home. I'm in financing right now. So like a lot of the free time that I had, a lot of the motivation that I had, all of that just pretty much went out the window. And speaking of, you know, motivation to do my videos, one of the other things that just kind of just halted me and was like, okay, maybe you need to take a step back for a while and just rethink this entire thing through, was I was getting a lot of DMs to my Instagram and also even on YouTube about where was my new videos. And I found that really interesting because I'm posting videos, but what I started noticing, and mind you, some of my videos, they do very well. I get a decent amount of views and others not so much, but you take it all in stride, right? So I found that interesting because I'm saying to myself, I do videos, like I just posted one. Did you not see it? And they're like, we have our notifications on for you and we're not seeing the videos. So my husband actually follows me on YouTube for this particular reason. And typically what happens is after I post a video, he'll get a notification of it. And he's like, okay, babe, so that video's good. It's sending out notifications. And some of my last videos, I would do it and, you know, I do the edit on it, the music, all of that good stuff. I post it, and mind you, it's keeping in tune with what the trends are. So, you know, my last few videos, like I said, I would post them, and hours later, my husband would come to me like, okay, I thought you said you were doing a video today. I'm like, I did. What are you talking about? I did it like hours ago. I posted it, and he's like, okay, I didn't get a notification. So long story short, knowing I wasn't shadow banned, or at least I didn't think I was shadow banned, I didn't do anything that would suggest I needed to be, YouTube was not notifying my subscribers that I had posted new content. That became extremely stressful and hard to deal with because there's so much that goes on behind the scenes to actually putting together a video. When we post videos, you guys make it a 20-minute, 30-minute video. No, that video sometimes take 2 or 3 hours to actually film, like from start to closing, about 2 to 3 hours. So you do that on a continuous, regular basis, no matter how small or large your following is. And for you to take all of the steps that you're told you're supposed to take, for you to do all the things you're told you're supposed to do, and then it's not promoted, it's not being shown to your followers who state that they have their notification on, they're not receiving notification of that. That's draining. That is like so draining. I'm using now, this is Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer. Yeah, that's draining. So that, you know, led me to become extremely discouraged, because if I post this, you know, if I post my content, I want my followers to actually be able to see it and properly engage in what it is that I'm putting out there. And that wasn't happening. I pray this time around that, you know, maybe the algorithm has changed in the last few months. Maybe, you know, whoever is controlling, you know, behind the scenes here at YouTube, maybe they're, you know, a little bit more alert now at work. I mean, I don't know, but I just know it was very discouraging. It's like, why am I going through all of this? Why am I posting all of this stuff and, you know, buying all this makeup and these beauty products and putting these ideas together for these videos if nobody is even able to see the content? So that was another reason that I just kind of stepped away, you know, for a while, to just kind of allow that to simmer and see if things would reset, if things will get better. One thing I do notice, and now I'm going to use this, is by Nars, and this is their Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I love this stuff, and it's in the shade Chocolate. You guys can see that there. So one of the things that I have noticed that has changed about YouTube since, where is my brush? Okay. Since I have been gone is that, and I believe they started implementing this right as I was kind of ghosting my channel, is that now they have removed the dislike feature from public view. And it doesn't mean that the creator does not get to see the dislikes, but it just means that now the public can't see them. I don't know, like, what do you guys think about that? I've heard some people say, you know, that they feel like it's better for the creator because it now does not promote discouragement from other viewers who may, you know, in essence jump on the bandwagon and decide that they're not going to like someone's video based on the amount of dislikes that the video already has. And then I've also heard from some people that they prefer to have the dislikes shown because it shows where the content creator may struggle in growth or have a very unpopular opinion that needs to be, you know, kind of displayed in terms of popularity, opinions, and their community, so that they would, you know, either take the video down, change their perspective on it. I don't know. I've looked at some of my old videos, and the ones that did have dislikes on them, in my opinion, I don't think it stopped anybody from liking my video. But I can see both sides of the argument, because if you are not a loyal subscriber to that particular content creator's community and you go on there and then you see all of these dislikes without even viewing the content for yourself, you may in fact just jump on that bandwagon and start clicking dislikes, and that also is very discouraging. So I can see it from both, you know, from both angles. That's just me. I mean, would I prefer it either way? Probably the way that it is now doesn't bother me either. So either way, you know, whether the dislikes were shown or not, I'm still gonna post. But yeah, that's my opinion on the dislikes. And eyebrows were done off camera per usual. If you were born with eyebrows, y'all are blessed. Y'all saw what I had to work with when I first got on here. It wasn't a lot. You gotta make it work though, right? And the brow pencil that I used for my brows is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is their Brow Wiz in dark brown. And now we're just going to blend in this concealer using a beauty blender. And today we're going to use a little bit of contour on the areas. Also a concealer by Juvia's Place, I Am Magic, and this one is in the shade number 6. Just going to dab just a little bit on the sides. And I'm just using one of my Sephora brushes just to kind of blend that in. So like I was, like I'm stating obviously in this video, I've been off of YouTube for a while. And although not on YouTube, I still do kind of hang around from time to time on Twitter. And what I've been like seeing in some people's posts, and some have went kind of viral, is that there is the belief that YouTube is pretty much dying out for like Black beauty creators or Black beauty content, and that there really are no more Black beauty content creators on YouTube anymore. At least they're not active. And what do you guys think about that? Because that was also something, just repositioning myself, that was also something that I was struggling with as well. And it's not, for me, it's not that I don't want to be on YouTube, but it's like when you as I just stated, when you do all the things, you do all of them right, you follow the trends, you post, you promote yourself on, all these various channels and, websites and apps, and then you don't get no viewership, your viewership decline, you start losing followers, and definitely in the event should you seem to kind of venture outside of just doing makeup, but you may have a get ready with me vlog or a weekend vlog, or you may want to talk about something exciting with your followers that's happening in your life, and then that's when your channel goes to hell. Or you have those followers that pretty much they're like, hey, if I want to learn about the hottest restaurant in my downtown city, I'll go follow them. I follow you for makeup. Shut up and do makeup, And that's one of the areas, even doing this video, that I'm still struggling in, because I enjoy producing beauty content, but I'm like, guys, I'm more than like a clavicle and a face that does eyeshadow. I go out, I go shopping, I go out on dates, I go out of town, I go on vacation, I work, I have children, I'm married, I have a dog. Like, these are things that I want to implement in my channel as well. But out of fear of, the retaliation, the dislikes, the unfollows, the horrible comments, it's either you put up and you shut up and you just stick to one specific area that makes certain followers happy, or you do what makes you happy, and then you have the potential of suffering lost followers, lost viewership, trolls in your comments section and things like that. And I don't want to have to deal with that. I have been dealing with it off and on, and I'm like, come on, for real? I only have like 5 followers and 3 trolls coming for me talking about stick to what you know, or stick to this, or this is why we watch you. Like, that's not cool. So I don't necessarily know if I could say that there's a decline in Black content on YouTube. More or less it's a shift. They're evolving. There's other areas of their life and of their hobbies that they want to share with their followers. And when you build community, you feel as though you should be able to share other parts of yourself without retaliation, without the backlash. Because if I can give you lipstick, I can definitely give you love. I can give you, workout tips. I can give you a walkthrough of my new house that I'm super excited I just bought. Things like that. So I don't know. But that is definitely a segue into saying that as I am setting this concealer using Too Faced Born This Way setting powder, and this is in translucent medium, that I'm going to tell you guys what is going to be going down on my channel moving forward. And what is going to be going down on this channel is that I'm going to produce more content that speaks to me. One of the areas that I was really examining myself in when I took that break was authenticity. And authenticity suffers when you feel as though you have to follow the trends all the time. You have to follow the masses, and who suffers is you, because you're not able to be your authentic self out of fear of it being taken the wrong way, or not being popular, you know, or not producing some sort of monetary payoff. And, you know, like I tell my sons, who is for you is going to be for you. They're going to get it, they're going to understand, and if they don't, they're going to give you grace, you know, to stick it out with you, to learn you. You know, you can't do one thing for however long, we'll just say you can't do one thing for 5 years without you having some sort of change, without there being some sort of, you know, dynamic in that you do that you didn't do before. So on this particular channel, because I have to produce things that make me happy. You know, I have to produce content that is worthwhile to me as a person, as a woman, as a wife, as a mother, as a content creator. And, you know, I just pray that with this, that the people who get it, they get it and they stay. I'm still going to be open to suggestions, but that's just what it's going to be. And it has to be that way so that I feel empowered on my platform, on the channel that I am creating. And, you know, the content is going to be there. I'm still going to give you looks. I'm still going to give you reviews. But, hell, I might get on here and discuss, you know, me trying to find the perfect handbag, or me trying to figure out coming into my new age. You know, I will be 42 this year, and I'm sure there's a lot of 42-year-olds who are like me. You know, you may be married or not. Totally, hey, I'm cool with either. You know, you may be still trying to figure things out yourself. What does a 42-year-old woman look like? Am I meeting my standard, or am I trying to fit into society's standard of what I should look like, what I should have at this age, or what I should have accomplished, what I should not have accomplished? You know, just things like that. Because at the end of the day, let's be real. We can do makeup, we can talk about skincare, we can talk about hair. If you don't deal with the beauty that is within, if you cannot look at yourself in the mirror minus all of this and still find beauty, still find grace, still find worth in yourself, then all of these videos, all of these tutorials, all of these get ready with me, all of these, you know, Sephora and Ulta hauls, all of that don't mean nothing at all. Because at the core of beauty is wellness, mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. It's wellness. And if we can't deal with that as a whole, if we can't embrace that as a whole, then we're no better than these 30-second advertisements that you see on TV selling you a dream in 30 seconds. And then when that 30-second advertisement does not live up to your expectation, because it does not fulfill you, it does not make you run through the valleys, it does not make you see butterflies all around your head, then there's something wrong with that. So me, I have taken on a quote that comes from one of my absolute favorite motivators, one of my absolute favorite women pastors, Miss Sarah Jakes Roberts. And I feel like this quote is so necessary for me and where it is that I'm moving forward in my life. Sometimes you have to give up being relevant in order to be authentic. That right there sums up exactly why I stepped away. Trying to be relevant, trying to hold on to all the trends and, you know, have the right music in the background that is like for my 17-year-old son, and here I am about to be 42 and I'm still trying to, you know, stay relevant to his age group, because his age group is what is popping on YouTube or TikTok, but yet somehow still find relevance to look at myself after I'm done producing content to say, job well done, Letitia. That was like a total oxymoron. Now I am going to set my entire base by using Born This Way by Too Faced. This is their multi-use complexion powder, and this is in the shade Chai. Because in order to give you guys the best of me as it pertains to doing these videos, I had to get back to the best of me for me. You know, it was really a bummer doing these videos, and although, you know, it was good content, at least in my opinion it was, and I would cut my camera off and then sit there like, I really wished I could have talked about that in my video. I really wish I could have said that. Or I really wish I could have did a video on this to get some opinions or to give insight. And sometimes I did try to do those type of videos, but my mindset was different. I wouldn't say it was wrong, but it was different. And the reason for that is because I would do those type of videos and then I would look for, you know, feedback in comments or likes. And it was almost like it had to be within a certain time frame. And when I didn't get it, I'm like, okay, maybe I produced the wrong content. No, it wasn't that I produced the wrong content, because as long as it's relevant to you, you know, to me, and it's something that I am genuinely passionate about, the right people will find that content. We just have to give ourselves grace and hope that the grace that we give ourselves, you guys, our followers, our supporters, will extend that grace back to us as well. And to prep our eyes for our shadow, of course, NYX Cosmetic. This is one of my favorites, at least until it's gone and empty. Let's just keep it real. We're gonna use this till it's gone. And this is their eyeshadow primer, and it is in the shade Skin Tone. The palette we will be working from today is by Mcgrath, the Mothership 8 Divine Rose Volume 2 palette. This is the palette that we are going to be using, and we're going to use this shade here. And I'm going to apply that using my Morphe M504 brush. Again, if y'all do not own this brush, this brush to me is as faithful as like that good bra that you have, that you just, it don't matter if it's raggedy or not, you just know that bra is everything to you. It is faithful. It has never let your girls down. It has never let you down. Honey, that's this brush. I will forever in a day make sure I have me an M504 brush. This brush is everything to me. This brush is my makeup bra. It is. So now that we have that shade on, and then we are going to go in and apply this shade here, which is also a matte shade. And going to apply that more or less like a smoky eye, but we're not going to bring it all the way over into your inner tear duct. And I'm just going to pack it for dramatics. And then what we are going to pop into the inner portion of our eye next to our inner eye tear duct is going to be this shade here. And I will be using, to apply that, this is a Morphe M433 brush. And you can apply it with a heavy hand because although it is very pigmented, it also needs to be blended up a little bit or built up a little bit, at least for the color payoff I'm looking for. So you can definitely use a heavy hand with this one. For our under eyes, I'm going to take a black liner. This one is by Huda Beauty. This is their Life Liner in Extreme Black. And I'm going to line my lower waterline with it. And then I'm going to use, and this is a smudge brush by Eco Tools. I am now going to go back into this plum shade here and just apply that over the black liner. Then you can bring it down a little bit if you like, depending on how much, how dramatic you want the eye to be. You can drag that shadow down just a little bit. For blush, I am going to use the Saharan Blush Volume 1. And I'm going to apply this one here, which is Abby, and we can do Neo. Moving on to our lips, I will be using first, this is Kylie Cosmetics Posy K lip liner. Just going to I'm going to use, and this is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is their liquid matte lipstick, and it is in the shade Grim. For the showstopper, we are going to add on top, this is Fenty Beauty's Mauve Wives. This is her Gloss Bomb Cream. This shade, oh my gosh, y'all. It is so creamy and pigmented, and this shade is just everything. You can wear this alone. No liner, with a liner, as a lipstick topper, by itself. Ugh. Okay guys, so here we have the finished look. The lashes I applied off camera are by House of Lashes, and they are in the style Very Light, L-I-T-E. Okay, so this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoy this look. I know I do, especially after not having done my makeup in a very long time. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much. Like, in all seriousness, whoever made it to the end of this video, I definitely do appreciate you. Please leave me a comment in the comment box below. Let me know that you actually did make it to the end of this video. And regarding, you know, future content, it's coming. It's coming. I had to take a step back, just kind of, you know, think some things through, allow the dust to settle in some of the other areas of my personal life, of which some things later on in the future I probably will discuss with you guys, because I am so certain I'm not the only person out here in this world that has experienced, you know, what it was that I was going through. But I'm not gonna keep you guys any longer. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching. To those of you who has sent me DMs, whether it was on Instagram, those of you who have commented and even still are watching my videos, the older content, even though I haven't put a video out since November. Thank you so much. Just thank you so much for your consistency of support and my lack of consistency in producing content. I definitely do appreciate you, and you are the reason that I'm here. So, guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. You continue to be well, stay encouraged, and until we meet again, guys, bye.